Your body cannot release the weight for good if this one thing isn't present. Hi, I'm Shani Griol, and my clients have released 10 to 35 pounds in weight, upped their energy levels and transformed how they feel in their body using a mind, body, spirit approach to health, and this is possible for you too. So what's this one thing you may be thinking? This one thing is safety. If your body doesn't feel safe, it won't release the weight for good. If your body isn't feeling safe, it's in a stress state. And if it's in a stress state, your body is not prioritizing fat metabolism. It's holding on to the weight for safety. When your body's in a stress state, fat becomes protective. It supports the body in case your body needs the extra fuel. When you're in a stress state, your hormone level shifts, your cortisol shifts, insulin shifts, thyroid level shifts, and this doesn't support fat metabolism. In fact, when you're in a stress state, your primary focus is for survival. It's not about trying to lose the extra weight, it's about keeping you alive. And so when you spend a vast majority of your time in a stress state out of safety, it means your body cannot focus on fat metabolism, and instead it is focused on holding on to the weight. Now, the focus isn't on zero stress, being perfect with all of this, but rather spending the vast majority of your time in a regulated state where you're feeling calm and your body is resilient to the stresses that are thrown upon it. Here's the thing, in your day-to-day life, you may have a variety of different things that cause it to go into a stress state. There are things that we do action-wise, our habits that can cause our body to go into a stress state. The environment that we're in can cause our body to go into a stress state, as well as the thoughts and focus we hold. And when these things bring our body into a state of stress, the body perceives that as being unsafe, and it is not in a place where it will willingly release the weight, because releasing the weight just won't serve it. So it's going to hold on to all the weight. And so I'm just going to share a few examples of the ways that your actions, your environment, and your thoughts and focus may be causing your body to be in a stress state and then taking your body to a place of feeling unsafe and not willing to release the weight. Some of the things I've seen commonly in clients is a lack of sleep routine. When your body's not getting enough rest, fat metabolism is not as effective because the liver does a lot of the fat metabolism processes overnight. If you're not moving enough during the day, that can signal to your body as well that you're in a state of stress, because movement during the daytime hours when you're awake is what is normal for the body as such. It's what happens when the body's safe, and so when it's not moving, it's potentially perceived as there's something that is unsafe, and it can cause your body to also hold on to weight. For some people, coffee and caffeine in itself can be something that is overstimulating, and it can bring on more of a stressed state. If there's alerts on your phone, if you've got a to-do list that's running through your head, if you're using a phone and your focus is narrowed down on a screen consistently for an extended period of time, all of these things can put your body into a state of stress. Your food choices, if they cause inflammation in the body, or if they are something your body is sensitive to, they can increase your cortisol levels and put your body into more of a state of stress. Going without food, such as fasting, extended fasting, intermittent fasting, that is a potential form of stress on the body. So depending on what your stress capacity is and stress resiliency is, that can either be supportive or it can be unsupportive and put you into more of a fat holding pattern. When it comes to your environment, it can be also the air that you breathe in, it can be the chemicals in the environment, the toxins, the household cleaners. You can also be exposed to toxins through your skin and the chemicals that you're putting onto your skin with respect to beauty products as well. And then when it comes to your thoughts and focus, it can be to do with the habitual thoughts you're having around what are people thinking of me. It can also be to do with the thoughts about what you have to do to have the body, the actions that are required. It may feel like you need to restrict yourself a whole lot, or you have to do things perfectly, or you have to do a whole lot because where you are right now compared to where you want to be, it feels like it's a big change, and it feels like you have to do so much to get there. And all of these thoughts themselves can just cause your body to feel stressed out and keep you in a state of stress and feeling unsafe. And so what's important here is it's not about shifting all of these factors. Yes, some of them can be shifted and some of them should be shifted to support your body, but it's also about supporting your body to feel safe in itself, to support your nervous system to feel more regulated, to be more resilient, to increase its capacity. So it's helpful to take the view of what do I need to do to support my body to thrive? What do I need to do to support my body to move into a place of safety so it can release the weight, so that it can thrive, versus thinking about what do I need to do to lose the weight? What do I need to do to get the weight off and keep it off? This can often require fine-tuning these choices so that your mind, body, spirit align, and that you are doing it from a space of expansion rather than from constriction and force. And so a great example is steps and walking. I was just talking to my client last week about this, and one of the things that came up was at first, when she first started incorporating walking and steps, she was monitoring the steps, but she was like, I've got to get in 10,000 steps a day. And it became very much forced feeling, like I've just got to get this much done regardless of how I do it, how enjoyable it is or anything. And then as she started incorporating it, we started focusing on the feeling of it and how it felt in her body, and focusing on incorporating it into her day, incorporating it into her way of being, and it became a more of a natural feeling. I'm just doing this activity, or I'm just gonna walk down the stairs instead of taking the elevator, gonna park the car a few spots further away, and I can just walk that extra bit. I can go for a walk in the afternoon because the weather is nice and go and get some fresh air and some downtime, relaxation time for myself. And that just became a natural choice for her versus, oh, I've got to do this to get that amount of steps. And so when you're moving from a place of choosing these things because it's what you're choosing to support your body to thrive, it feels more at ease for your body, it feels more natural for your body, and it feels like it's coming from a place of safety in those choices. And so these little tweaks can make a difference to the energy behind the action and how it's felt in the body. Now, something for you to do is maybe check in with yourself. What percentage of your day are you in a stressed state versus a relaxed, calm, and resilient state? What percentage of your day are you in a state where your body feels unsafe to thrive, where it feels unsafe to release what it doesn't need, where it feels unsafe to release the excess fat? If you are predominantly in a state that feels stressed, where your body would be unsafe to release the excess weight, it's something that would need to be changed and need to be shifted if you are wanting to release the weight, release it effortlessly, release it for good, and release it in a way that supports you to shift and feel amazing in your body. So depending on whether you are in a fight or flight or freeze state, your body may benefit from a different nervous system regulating activity. But there are so many options. Incorporating nervous system regulating tools has been a big part of my own journey, and I've seen it to be super important in my clients' journeys as well. Some of my favorite tools include emotional freedom technique tapping, somatic movements, especially shaking, meditation, breathing, deep breathing, intentional breathing. And honestly, there isn't one right thing to do. What's more important is seeing what works for you, and more than likely different things are going to work best at different times depending on what state you're in. And it's key to try things out for yourself and see what works best for you, because your body is unique, your situation is unique, and so what your body needs won't necessarily be exactly the same thing as what's worked for somebody else. And this is why taking a personalized approach to your body is really key. Now, while what can work for you can be different to what's worked for somebody else, what's also important to remember is that if your body is feeling unsafe, if it's consistently feeling unsafe, it will not release the excess weight. It won't be in a state where it will be willingly ready to release the weight. And so what I would recommend is to increase your awareness of what are you feeling. Are you in a stress state? Are you in a relaxed state? Remembering when you're in a stress state, your body will feel unsafe to release the weight. And so it's key to work on shifting your body and spend more of your time in a calm and resilient state so your body is feeling safe to release the excess weight, and you can make progress towards your health goals and your body goals. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and feel free to leave a comment. I love hearing from you, and I will be sharing more on this topic next week. See you then.